So with this video, I am going to be covering Vanderpump Rules. Some weird stuff happened last week where Billy Lee was on a podcast and throwing some slanderous accusation against Tom Sandoval and his girlfriend Victoria. Upon hearing this news, Victoria and Kyle, they're supposed to be Tom Sandoval's best friend, went on Up and Adam's channel to discuss the matter, and this is the clip that I got. Hang on tight, guys.
If we don't say it, she's gonna change the story again.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to say it.
So
she asked Tom to give her a baby.
wait,
And
what?
then she's been telling the entire town telling Karamo.
She asked Tom to be her sperm donor, and she also wanted Tom's last name. And Tom, at the moment, whenever she asked, he was like, he told me, he said, I was like flattered that somebody would want my genetics, and because at the time, I guess he was with Ariana, they weren't going to have kids and stuff like that or whatever. So he was like flattered in a way of, because he's always wanted the kids, but not with Billy. But like, he was just flattered that somebody that wanted that. But he was like, his response was, and you have to like be mindful, like if somebody were to ask you that, you can't just be like, oh no, like it just come off rude, So
Well, it's also not every day somebody just asks you for their sperm. I've been asked for my sperm twice, but yeah, like it's not every day that happens. That's a very serious conversation. Okay.
I mean, Adam, look at you. You're a hottie patootie. You're the cutest. I can get why women will ask you for such a favor. But Tom Sandoval, for all people? Come on, my dude. Come on. I can't believe this story.
Okay, so she wanted Tom's sperm because she wanted a baby.
Yeah, so she wanted the baby, and then she said what was it? She was like, yeah, she wanted the Sandoval last name. And he said his response was, because it was very on the spot, like maybe I'll think about it. And then like he got nervous, and then like he was like, oh no.
Yeah,
like,
he didn't know what to say, so
he didn't know what to say. But then he obviously didn't want that at all, But then they're all at an event or a party, and one of was it a friend who?
Karamo from Queer Eyes. She basically
said, I heard you guys are gonna have a baby. And then
so Tom immediately realized that that news has been traveled. So he said no.
So, and again, they are still talking about Billy Lee from Vanderpump Rules. I'm going to insert her picture here. I think she was on there for like 2 seasons. Now she appears on, I guess it's a friend of. But this is wild. So now I'm just wondering, like, are these people trying to be full-time Vanderpump Rule cast, or is this just typical mudslinging? It's just so wild.
We're not having a baby.
And so
Billy, did Tom ever think about
trying to distance himself from you slowly because of that too as well?
So Victoria, did Tom ever consider, even though he was flattered about being asked for his sperm, to potentially let Billy be a mom and give Billy a baby? Obviously, we know based off of what you're saying, he was flattered, but was that ever something that he considered or no?
No, not at all. Not at all.
I think he said he wanted to save it with the people that he truly loved. That's a life partner.
Yeah.
Because he's also a very nurturing.
But he didn't want to be mean.
Person.
He didn't want to be mean at that time. I understand that. I want to be like, no, it's not. And then, yeah.
Okay. So I think at least
not at all.
So I think at least she's doing all of that to ensure that she's keeping Tom as the sperm donor or the best friend or whatever. So I just want Billy to know that when she accused me something like that, I could easily sue her, because now that we have it in black and white.
And slander.
Yeah.
So, in case you're wondering who is the young lady sitting next to Kyle in this interview, that's Victoria, Tom Sandoval's current girlfriend. But interestingly, she used to date Leonardo DiCaprio. But then she turned 21 and aged out, and we all know Leonardo DiCaprio likes him young. I mean, legal until 21, and then, you get pushed out of the DiCaprio program. But yeah, she is one of Leonardo DiCaprio's ex-girlfriend, which I just found that to be quite interesting. That is her claim to fame, I guess. But I'm only mentioning that because people seem to always mention that whenever they talk about her, and we got into this whole thing. So, in case you're wondering what Billie Lee said about Tom and Victoria to prompt them to do this interview, basically she said they were slobs, they were lazy, they're like Dracula, they sleep all day and up all night and partying, all different kinds of partying all night long, sleeping all day, which some of the stuff actually is quite slanderous. So now it has me wondering, like, is this like the audition to get back on, especially Billie Lee, to get back on Vanderpump Rules? And is Victoria trying to get on Vanderpump Rules? I know Carl appears as a friend of. Is he also trying to get a full-time spot on Vanderpump Rules? Because this whole entire story absolutely makes no sense. Like, what prompted the whole thing? Like, you guys, I don't know, this is so weird. Oh, and if you guys want to see the whole interview, go to Up and Adam's channel. But I must warn you, that interview, Adam did not do anything wrong. Kyle and Victoria are like not good interviewees. It was like a fever dream. That whole interview on that part was just weird, and then it also had me questioning that story. You know what I mean? And then if you want to hear the podcast that started the whole thing, you can look up Billie Lee's podcast. I forget the name of her podcast, but you can look it up and watch that, and then watch the Up and Adams interview, so you guys get the complete story. I just found it to be a funny, interesting, little something different story that I wanted to make a video on. Thank you guys.